Greetings of love, peace, health, happiness, and prosperity. Yes, Dr. Akilah here, and I'm here to do the highly requested video in reference to answering questions about my castor oil pack video that was done 10 years ago. It's a how-to video that goes into great details. I don't skip anything in this video. I give you the who, what, why, when, and where in reference to using castor oil packs and fibroid tumors. As a matter of fact, it is one of the most popular castor oil pack videos on YouTube. And on this channel, it's one of my most top 5 popular videos for this channel. So if you haven't seen it, I don't know how you missed it. But if you haven't seen it, I'll be sure to leave it in the end credits as well as a link in the top comments. So I'll make sure I'll pin the comment with that link. But either way, I'll make sure you get a chance to see that video if you haven't seen it already. So ever since I recorded that video, I would get a ton of questions from ladies worldwide who had fibroid tumors, and they were interested in doing the castor oil pack for those tumors. And I was really diligent in answering every question that was in the comments section. And like I said, this video was done 10 years ago. However, in the last 3 or 4 years, I slacked off. As you can tell, I let the channel go. I abandoned this channel, and I'm back. And I had a lot of ladies, ask me during live streams, or they send emails to the center and say, is Dr. Akilah going to address my question that's underneath the castor oil pack for fibroid tumors? And I decided, hey, why don't I just address everyone's question in one video? And here is that video. Wish me luck. Also, if you have a question in reference to castor oil packs and fibroid tumors, please feel free to post your question below in the comments section. I promise I won't wait 3 years to answer it. I will answer it immediately. I do not have fibroid tumors. However, will it help with my neurofibromatosis? Neurofibromatosis. I've never had any experience in neurofibromatosis, so I really can't give you an honest answer. All of my experience when it comes to tumors are mostly in uterine fibroid tumors, not neurofibromatosis. So that's a different type of tumor, and we understand we have lots of different tumors. You have cancerous tumors, benign tumors. So anyway, this is the type of tumor I'm not familiar with. I've never had anyone come to me with this type of tumor. So I'm going to refer you to your medical doctor. I have to say that legally. So go consult your medical doctor, or if you can find a naturopath who has experience in this type of tumor, and then consult with them in reference to castor oil pack. I couldn't even tell you if it's going to help or hurt. I have no idea, but I wish you luck in finding out. Thanks for sharing. Can I leave only the castor oil pack on till the next day after I have removed the hot water bottle? Yes, you can, but do not go over 8 hours. I explained this in the video. So if you decide to remove the hot water bottle, that's fine. But at least completely take it off at 7 hours, and or just apply more heat around about that time. How long and how often should I do this as I have fibroid? Please advise. God bless you. Thank you for this video. It all depends on what size of fibroid you have, the amount you have, their location. This is very important, and I suggest all women who have fibroid tumors to get an MRI or an ultrasound to find out what size fibroids you have, where they're located, and also what type of fibroid do you have. Do you have a submucosal fibroid? Do you have a pedunculated fibroid? These are questions you need to have answered, and make sure that your doctor is specific and giving those answers on your ultrasound report or your MRI report. Make sure you have those factors down. Again, they must give the size. Usually they give the size in centimeters. Okay. Also the type of fibroid you have, and where are those fibroids located? Are they located in the front of the uterus, on the top of the uterus, on the back of the uterus. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to know that information. Now, if you know this information and you want me to help you personally, I am taking consultations again. So you can do, if you only want to know this information, you can do a mini consultation with me. But if you want to know like everything you need to do in order to shrink your fibroids, feel free to schedule a full appointment with me. More information about that is available in the description box. How much time will it take to cure a fibroid naturally? Okay, first of all, we must not use medical language here. We don't say cure in the holistic field, okay? That's a medical term. Okay, we use words like reverse or shrink or eliminate. So shrink, okay, reverse or eliminate fibroid tumors. And I don't know anything about your fibroid tumors. Once again, like I said earlier, get an MRI report or an ultrasound report. Find out what size you have, what type of fibroids you have, where they're located, and then contact our office. Specifically ask to have an appointment with me, and I'll get you squared away. My wife is experiencing lots of pain due to fibroids. She wanted to do the castor oil pack treatment to reduce the pains, but I'm just seeing here that we can't do that. Is there any natural remedy you can recommend? Thanks. For the pain, absolutely. Now, I have to have a consultation with her to find out if she's on any type of medication. I need to know her height and her weight. That's very important. Also, I need to know what type of fibroids does she have. And is this pain coming from and fibroid that's inside her uterus, on the outside of her uterus, pushing against the colon or the bladder if it's in front? There's a lot of questions that I need to ask that I don't know by this question, but that you're asking. However, like when it comes to pain, that definitely can be dealt with and eliminated. But there's a lot of other information I need to know before I even suggest anything. So I highly suggest you or your wife contact our office to make an appointment with me personally, and I'll get her straightened out. One thing I have not had a problem with is ridding women of pain, and it comes from a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily come from the fibroid itself. They could have endometriosis, and like I said, there's a lot of questions I need to ask in reference to what the doctor said about the status of her uterus. Okay, like does she have any pre-existing conditions? Does she have anything, other symptoms going on? So let's find out that first. But the getting rid of the pain, that's not a problem. Is it better to use glass container instead of a plastic one? I read that plastic may leach hormone disrupting compounds into the castor oil that may be carried into the body, canceling out the benefits. Absolutely, glass containers are going to be at the top of the list. However, don't sleep on plastic containers, because if you use BPA free plastic containers, you're good. You're fine, and they have those, and I use those. As a matter of fact, I use those in my videos. So when I do have plastic containers, I have BPA free, but glass containers are just as good, and you can use that. I highly suggest it. Glass containers, bamboo containers, stainless steel containers, although I wouldn't go that route. But yeah, if you use plastic containers, just go to the BPA free type of plastic containers, and you can find that at every store, including Amazon, including Walmart. If I can remember, I'll be sure to leave a link to the size and the kind of containers that you can use with this type of castor oil pack, and that are safe, and you don't have to worry about these type of chemicals leaching onto the castor oil solution, and they are BPA free. Hi doctor, thank you for sharing this great info. I am on a diuretic for blood pressure. What is the contraindication for using the castor oil packs while on this medication? Of course, for legal reasons, I have to say you must contact your medical doctor or healthcare practitioner before using a castor oil pack. Even though you're not consuming it, I still have to say that. So if you're on blood pressure medication and you're taking you really need to watch my video again, because I literally say in the beginning of the video that you got to choose a God. All right. Now, I understand that you want to work on your fibroids, but I say let's work on why you have high blood pressure in the first place. So if you're on high blood pressure medication, that's the reason why you have the water, as they call it, the water pill. So if you're not on high blood pressure medication because you don't have high blood pressure, you don't need all the other stuff because of the side effects of the high blood pressure medication. So I suggest that before you even start working on your fibroids, let's work on your blood pressure, because I'm sure it's diet related, it's stress related. And if you can take care of that naturally, then shrinking your fibroids should be like a cakewalk. What are the benefits of castor oil with heating pad? Can this remove the myoma naturally? Okay, for your first question, I answered that in the video. So go back and watch the video and you'll get the answer to the benefits. For the second question, we don't remove anything. I'm not a surgeon. I'm not going to refer you to a surgeon. I'm not a medical doctor. So I don't practice medicine. Okay. So if you're here to understand how to shrink them, castor oil packs can be used along with the fibroid shrinking program. So when I put someone on a fibroid shrinking program, the first thing we'd have done, or first thing I've done, is revise their eating regimen. So if they're eating foods that's causing the fibroids to grow or causing the hormones to be unbalanced or to get unbalanced, I rectify that. Also, I eliminate, have the client stop drinking certain liquids that are promoting the growth of fibroids. And look, you all are grown. I keep telling you to leave your coffee alone. I know it's hard for some of you because you're addicted to it, but it's on you. How bad do you want to shrink these fibroids? And a lot of women rather have fibroids grow than to stop their coffee. So we have to talk about that, about the liquids that women are consuming that's promoting the growth of fibroids or promoting the development of fibroids. So with that, along with stress, along with the liquids they consume, also if they're on birth control pills, give me a break. So there's a lot of things, there's a lot of contributing factors to why a woman has fibroids, and that's the reason why I have a high success rate, is because I get to know everything a woman is doing and what she has done. I know the size of the fibroid, the location of fibroid. I know everything about the fibroid, and I know what particular herb to suggest or to put on her program to shrink that fibroid. The herbs that are used to shrink a pedunculated fibroid are not going to shrink a submucosal fibroid, and an intramural fibroid is going to have different type of herbs versus an intracavitary fibroid. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a one size fit all program for every woman. If every woman that went to me or came to me that has shrinked her fibroids, and I have a long list of success. They will, if they can compare their fibroid program, their fibroid shrinking program with each other, they will see that each of those programs are different. There's not one program that I give a woman that's the same as someone else. They all have it specifically tailored for them, their fibroids, their health status, also their lifestyle. It's all catered to who they are as a woman, all of the factors I just named, and then I go accordingly. And that's the reason why I have a high success rate in women shrinking their fibroids, is because I treat each different. When I say treat, I'm not talking about medically. I'm saying I treat them differently. So, and I approach the program based upon their individual status. Getting tongue-tied here about their fibroids and their current health status. I got pregnant after watching this video 5 years ago. It works. Thank you, doctor. Woohoo! All right. Okay, this is one of my clients who has went through my personal program, and she is fibroid free. She had really, really big fibroids. I think one of her biggest was like a little bigger than a cantaloupe. And whew, when it's that big, you know, saying that you don't want to get that surgically taken out, it's going to take a long time to shrink. And that's the reason why the whole 5 years, because those are huge. And I'm no hate if you decide to get a myomectomy. I'm not even going to judge you. But she didn't want to do that, and she wanted to get pregnant, and the doctor told her that if she decided to get those surgically removed and she started to bleed, then there's a strong chance that they will give her a hysterectomy. So that's the reason why she opted not to get a myomectomy. So I'm so happy for her, and I decided to showcase her because I am letting her know that I'm proud of her. I'm glad she stayed dedicated to the program under some extreme odds. Okay, that's a huge fibroid. But with the Castor Pack plus my program, she was able to successfully do it. And I just wanted to basically give her flowers today in this video. Hi, I just came across your video doing research. Do you have a program for ovarian cysts? Mine keeps coming back with weight gain. I have had surgery done 4 times to have them removed, losing tons of my weight gain. I can never get an answer on what's causing them. I have found it hormonal. Please help. Yes, I do have programs for ovarian cysts. Okay, anything dealing with endometriosis, infertility, ovarian cysts, fibroid tumors. Even if you have cysts at the cervix level, if you have PMS, going through menopause, anything dealing with the female reproductive system, I got you. Also, the doctors are going to always remove them and not tell you what you're doing to get them in the first place. Yeah, you're going to keep going to the doctor again and again and again because they're not going to tell you what you're doing that are making them grow back. Hi, are your recommendations still the same? Yes, even though the video is 10 years old, everything in that video is still relevant to this day. There's nothing about that video that's out of date. So if you are interested in doing a Castor Pack, watch the video. Everything that is said and done in that video, you can still do to this very day. And even 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that is going to be an evergreen video that will never be, well, the remedies and the procedures inside that video will never be out of date. However, I will probably do an updated version to that video, like I said, because that was a different video format and it was done 10 years ago. So I more likely will do an updated video to be more modern or relevant to this day. Can postmenopausal women do Castor oil packs? Thanks, great video. Absolutely, postmenopausal women can do Castor oil packs, and I found that women who are postmenopausal react better to Castor oil packs than women who are they're not going through menopause at all. So it goes, women are in their 20s, or in their 30s, in their 40s, or I guess you could say premenopausal. It's something about the postmenopausal women that react really well and faster to the Castor oil packs. I need to do a deep dive to find out why. I think I know why, but before I even say it, I want to make sure I'm 100% correct. But to answer your question, yes, postmenopausal women can indeed do Castor oil packs. Hi dear, now it's 2 months I'm using Castor oil packs, and now for the second month I'm using Castor oil pack. I can feel my uterus during the Castor oil pack. My uterus gets bubbling. They come and go. What do you think about that? Why can I feel bubbles? Maybe my fibroids are starting to shrink. I'm 39 years old and I hope I can get pregnant. I have 9 centimeters pedunculated subserosal fibroid. It's out of my uterus. Can you please answer me why during the Castor oil pack I can feel bubbles? Thank you. Now, I'm going to be patient here because I do understand that English is not your first language. However, I don't understand what bubbling means. Do you mean gas or do you mean a sensation? It's really hard for me to understand what do you mean by bubbling. Also, I know what you're talking about in reference to a pedunculated fibroid or a subserosal fibroid. that are 9 centimeters. There's a lot of questions that I have for you, okay, in reference to how long have you had. Also, is that pedunculated fibroid calcified? Because there's a different protocol that goes with that. So yeah, if you could contact our office and talk to me personally so that I can find out the specific information in reference to what you're referring to. And then, yeah, I can hook you right on up. Could the heat rupture the cyst? No, the Castor pack doesn't have that type of power. Heat cannot rupture the cyst. Usually, now a cyst can rupture, but never under a Castor pack regimen. It just doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, my fibroids push my uterus above my navel, shaking my head. The size is 10 centimeters, but I still use the pack along with other things. You had mentioned not to use it if you're on high blood pressure medication. I am on blood pressure medication. Will that harm me? I've been doing the castor oil a few times. Thank you for the video. It helped. Okay, just like I told the last lady who was on blood pressure medication because she has high blood pressure, I suggest that you all take care of that first before you start shrinking your fibroids. Now, if you have all these health issues, there's no need for you to even concentrate on fibroid tumors until you take care of your other health problems. So if you are a diabetic, hey, let's deal with that first. If you are on high blood pressure medication because you have high blood pressure, then let's take care of that too. Now, depending on how bad your blood pressure is, you can deal with that to eliminate that in addition to focusing on shrinking your fibroids. However, I want you ladies that have health issues to just ignore that while you're on medication and then start working on your fibroids. Again, like I said in that video, choose a God. I don't know how hard that is. Choose a God. Choose a God. Okay? So work on the health problems you have because it will help shrink the fibroids faster and easier. So yeah, just contact me about that. And to be honest, unless you are addicted to the foods and the drinks that are causing you to have high blood pressure that are causing you to have high blood pressure, it's not going to be hard. It's just that people rather have high blood pressure. People rather have diabetes than to change their diet. And if you can't change your diet to eliminate high blood pressure or diabetes, then there's no need for you to try to shrink your fibroids because it's not going to work. And I am finished. That's all the questions that I did not answer over the past 2 to 3 years. And yeah, I knocked that out. See, that wasn't so hard. Anyway, if you have a question for me to answer, please post those questions below this video in the comment section, and I will respond to you immediately. Like 2 days will not go by and I don't address your questions. Okay, so listen, I'm so glad you took the time to watch this video. This is Dr. Akilah. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up down there. Also, subscribe to this channel if you like information like this. Feel free to share this video with your friends and family who are also suffering from fibroid tumors or ovarian cysts. And I will see you all on the next video that I'll upload to this channel, okay? Peace and blessings.